sidelined him for most of the first half of the season. After a promising start to his MotoGP career, Leon Haslam also broke his wrist. It was less serious than McCoy, but Leon would still miss 3 races and lost much of his momentum. Things were looking up for Biaggi, though, as he set his first pole position of the year. Meanwhile, Rossi had problems.
In Le Mans we had some problems. I think it's normal. After 3 wins in a row, we arrive in France, and we had one problem on the start-finish line. When we pass through the start-finish line, all the Honda stop, and we don't fix this problem also during the race. And I lost very much time, especially in the start, because the bike stopped also in the start.
It was a bad start.
Bad start.
Away they go. Max gets a good start. Valentino Rossi gets an awful start. But it's neck and neck between Roberts and Biaggi as they head down the line there. Up the hill they go.
It was an advantage that Max did his best to throw away, visiting the sand traps twice, but a fast finishing Rossi had to be satisfied with 3rd behind the 2 Yamahas.
Just one more corner. Here comes Big Man Max. The wheelie says it all. Max is back. Biaggi takes the win. His teammate Carlos Checa is in 2nd place.
So was not winning at Le Mans a problem?
It's a problem, yes, but not very big, because finished 3rd behind Biaggi and Seca, so behind the 2 Yamaha, the 2 factory Yamaha, so maybe also that track is very good for Yamaha. But I finished 3rd and I lost only 9 points, so it's good.
Chris Walker produced his best result so far in Le Mans, 12th place, added 4 points to his tally, but overall, Rossi had increased his lead over Abe by 3 points to 34. Biaggi was now 3rd, 37 points behind. The stage was now set for the Italian Grand Prix at Mugello. We'll take a break. Welcome back to Rossi's year. I'll look back at the 2001 MotoGP season with the world champion Valentino Rossi. Next up, the Italian Grand Prix.
Race in Italy is different. The pressure is more, and you have very much to do, very much people to say ciao, and and the stress is very high. The pressure is difficult to control.
The pressure of competing for the adoration of the Italian fans seemed to be getting to Max Biaggi, who fell twice in qualifying and was only 4th fastest. Still on the front row, but behind fellow Italian Loris Capirossi, who was looking to repeat his Italian GP win last year, where both Biaggi and Rossi had fallen. But it was Rossi who stole the show in more ways than one. Sporting a new set of leathers, a limited edition for 1 race only, he took pole position for the 3rd time, much to the approval of the crowd.
The leathers was beautiful. That was usually in June in Italy, the summer start, and make the Hawaiian bike for this.
The Italian weather, though, failed to live up to the new design, and the race was stopped after only 7 laps due to rain. After a 30-minute delay, a wet race was declared. On the warm-up lap, Rossi, looking to test the conditions, fell and would now start on his spare bike.
It's very strange because rain very hard, and in 1 lap is necessary you understand the condition of the track. So I try to push a little bit, but have exit from 1 chicane, have very much water, and lost the control. This is very bad for my race, because when it's possible to change bike, and when I start very slow, and I was, I don't remember, 16.
But Rossi was soon on the charge, picking off the riders ahead of him until he was in sight of a podium finish.
Look out, here comes Valentino, heading for that podium, and now he's got Capirossi in front of him. Max Biaggi is trying to come back as quickly as he can, but I don't think he's going to do it. The crowd now are going nuts.
Absolutely amazing ride. He was so far back, and to have pulled through this quickly, it's fantastic. And they're catching the leading group, which is amazing. I thought they just had their battle at the back, but their pace is really fast now.
Barros is leading this race still. He's got ahead of Caparossi, as you can see there. He's behind Aoki on the track. There he goes through shot.
Caparossi is dropping back.
Second. Rossi is in third place, Biaggi. But Rossi is all over the back of Caparossi now on the track.
Rossi is in front of him in aggregate time because Rossi has to be within 0.3 of him, and he's clearly within 0.3 of him. He's also 1.5 seconds ahead of Biaggi. So Rossi is in second place. He doesn't have to pass him. He does not have to pass Caparossi, and he knows that.
Yeah, he may know it. You tell him.
The only problem is if Caparossi's going slower, it'll mean that Biaggi can catch them back up again.
Well, here comes Valentino Rossi up the inside. No, he doesn't make it stick. They're so close. And like you say, Caparossi is not in front of Rossi in overall, but that won't care for Rossi because he wants to be in front. And he does. He gets in front of Caparossi. This is going to be an amazing finish for this 500cc race. Caparossi lets him go past, and Jerry Burgess is holding his breath right now.
Rossi's currently in second.
Is in second place at the moment, behind Alex Barros.
And Caparossi has to be 1.5 seconds ahead of Biaggi to beat him, so Caparossi could end up in fourth place. So Biaggi probably doesn't know how close he has to be, but it's the gap between Caparossi and Biaggi is going to be all important for their positions as well.
Riviere goes past Caparossi as well, on the track at least. But here comes Valentino Rossi, and he's going faster and faster. The crowd, sodden with rain, are cheering him on.
Only 3 corners left, and it's out this next chicane that he was on the grass last time. Take a look over your shoulder. They're nowhere near you now.
He won't care about that. He's a racer. He wants to finish as fast as he
can. He's on.
Oh, Valentino's gone up, and Caparossi looks as though he might go on too, but Rossi is down. Caparossi almost went down with him because of that crash, and Burgess, well, says it all. And that was a big mistake. The doctor has gone down, and there is no prescription for that, except the fact that he is out of the race and has ruined all his chances. Barros will take his first win of the year. As he comes over the line, the Cinto Bonds man, delighted with that. And I think that Caparossi will be right behind in second place.
And Biaggi will probably claim third.
It's very bad for the championship because he lost 20 points from Capirossi and 16 from Biaggi. And it's 2 years already. Mugello is unlucky because also last year was first position and crashed one lap and a half to the end. So I hope for next year. The problem is I make a mistake because I touch the white line 300 meters to the end and crash.
You think, was it just the rain, or was there the pressure get to you as well?
No, is the rain. The condition of the track are very, very difficult.
But you were pushing maybe a little bit too much?
Yes, at the end, yes, pushing a little bit too much, but after crashing the warm-up lap, 16th place, make the... Come si dice rimonta? Come si dirà? When you... From 16 arrive second, I don't know in English.
Yes, you overtake through.
Very much, so I think, okay, now I try 100%. If it's okay, it's okay. If not, no problem. Next time.
And so the pressure was on Valentino at round 6, the Catalunya Grand Prix in Barcelona. A win was vital to end the hiatus in his season. It's a track that he liked, even if he did fall in practice.
Barcelona is maybe my favorite track, and I like very much a ride in Barcelona. For me, is the best emotion, and it's important to return at the victory after Mugello and make the pole position. And the race was fantastic because they touched with Crivillé and Gibernau at the first corner, and they go wide, and basically we start from last, 16. But stay very, very quiet, and one-on-one is possible overtake all. And when I arrive at Capirossi, it's possible, I wait, but for me it's possible go a little bit faster. So overtake Capirossi and try to go, and it's possible arrive with also a little advantage at the end. And it's important point of the championship because crash in Mugello and winning Barcelona for me is more important because I like very much.
So the championship lead over Biaggi was now 26 points, with Capirossi in third, 9 points further back.